Hi, my name is Nate McFaul, and this is my video submission for the Cohere AI Scholar Program. I selected the video prompt to talk about an underrated paper, and the paper that I'm going to be talking about is called "Are Intersectionally Fair AI Algorithms Really Fair to Women of Color? A Philosophical Analysis" by Yu-Jin Kong. Now, just as a quick background, I really like to approach machine learning problems from more of a societal impact and assessing downstream tasks rather than and looking at the philosophical and theoretical underpinnings of these structures rather than designing a BERT style bias detection system, because I just don't have those technical skills. That's just not my skill set. But I still think that having a good foundation at the theoretical level of what you want your model to do will lead to it both doing what you want it to do and then also being a public good for humanity. So the paper talks about how current bias mitigation strategies in the computer science field fall subject to this AI dilemma, which is between an infinite regress and fairness gerrymandering. So either you keep splitting groups into smaller subgroups or arbitrarily select protected groups. So on the infinite regress side, for example, if there are n number of binary protected attributes, such as black, white, woman, man, with, without disability, then the number of subgroups taken into consideration is 2 to the n. And so like from a computational standpoint, if there are 30 binary attributes, which really isn't that many, then the number of subgroups that the algorithm would have to assess bias and seek parity among is 2 to the 30. So which is more than 1 billion intersectional subgroups. And the main point of the infinite regress is that one, from a computational perspective, it doesn't make sense. And two, even if we were to have the capability to compute that easily, then you'd identify an infinite number of protected groups to classify for, so much so that we're just assessing the individual at the individual level, which isn't helpful. On the flip side, if we do arbitrarily select a number of protected groups given computational restraints, et cetera, we start doing what's called fairness gerrymandering, which is where we take large structured subgroups for which the data set is sufficiently large and try to seek parity among statistical parity among all those subgroups. So at the theoretical level, there's a problem in that we are arbitrarily distinguishing which protected groups we feel is worthy of protection. And secondly, seeking parity among already disadvantaged protected groups is not going to lead to an actual equitable playing field. It's just going to reciprocate the current dominating social order. So rather than seeking parity, we should seek to provide a more equitable search or equitable framework so that the groups that have been historically disadvantaged are then given the opportunity to rise to true statistical parity with the formerly protected groups. And I recognize that this sort of operates at the theoretical level and that we live in a non-ideal world. So, thinking about ideal, theories isn't always helpful. But I do think that having this framework in mind for computer scientists would, and especially those that work with bias mitigation strategies, would really help them either redesign their design approach and would make them reevaluate or try to have better cultural analysis so that they are providing a more equitable outcome for these protected groups. But yeah, I think that this paper is severely underrated, and you should definitely read it. Thanks.